Ladies and gentlemen, good evening from the New York City studios here. We're watching the winter season showdowns, of course, an epic best of 5 between Seed and Sniper. Game 2 is one. If you missed it, definitely go check it out. Game 3, a little bit one-sided, came down to someone not scouting something, and the other guy executing a nicely timed 2-base timing push. Of course, before we get into game number 4, quick plug, Full Sail University, of course, official education partner of MLG. If you're looking to get into the gaming industry, if you're looking to design video games, getting into audio engineering, of course, video production, Full Sail is your source, of course. Visit the website down below, fullsail.edu/MLG. They'll have you fill in some information, and then they'll send some information right back to you. So if you're looking to get into the gaming industry, that's a great opportunity for you. That being said, shall we?
I think we shall. Game number 4 is going to be on Whirlwind, a monstrously sized map here, and they're actually spawning crossways.
Ooh. Of course, I think we've had 3 games on this map in the winter season showdowns. I'm trying to remember.
I think even more than that. I remember.
I remember Rain versus Flying, and they were bottom left, bottom right. And then we had one yesterday that was cross positions.
Indeed, we did, and we also had one the day before that as well. It was Nesty versus Creator, MVP versus Curious.
Yes.
All those matches. You know, this is the map a lot of the ESF guys, are not going to veto it because they're very, very comfortable playing a Whirlwind. It's been in the GSL for quite a few seasons now.
Of course, perhaps the Europeans would be less likely to play on this map. The North Americans, or potentially the Kespa guys, but Seed and Sniper should have plenty of experience here. And let's go ahead and introduce the players in the bottom right-hand location. We have the Blue Zerg player currently down 2-1, must win 2 games in a row to get that all-expenses-paid trip to the Winter Championship event. He is Sniper from Team MVP. His opponent in the top left-hand location is the Red Protoss player who has won game away. Closed his opponent out in the last game with a nice 5 gateway Mothership Core timing push. Can he win this game and get that all expenses paid trip? He is Seed from Team Incredible Miracle.
You know, one thing I would like to see, I would like to see hatchery first by Sniper here in this map. I mean, I know it's something that
we're going to see a cannon rush, I think, by the way.
That Zergs normally don't do. I don't think we are.
He's got 2 probes on the map in his forge.
No, it's just a big map.
Oh,
man.
just for scouting. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. Just wants to make sure that there's no early bullshit.
We saw this all the time on Talder Molter.
Yes.
So you scout after pylon. If you don't see them in the first location you scout, you build a forge, because you got to build a forge in here so you're going to die to early pools. You build a forge and then you double scout. And the reason why you double scout is so you'll see Zerglings as they leave the base no matter what.
And you can prepare back home by building a cannon.
Yeah, I mean, it is a small economic loss, but Protoss tend to like these giant, open, huge maps because if they can get to the late game, what happens is Warp Day gets so strong because all of a sudden you can get units anywhere on the map. And your opponent, they have to take a lot of time to move around this huge map, whereas you, with that great warp gate mechanic, as the late game progresses, you have a lot of warp gates available, can really kind of get an army wherever you want it. So, typically, Protoss just want to make sure they don't die too early. Of course, the other problems Protoss have in this map often can be trying to take a 4th or 5th base because it is quite an open map.
Yes.
And so, we talk about how when you're trying to set up those concaves, when you're fighting against Zerg with Protoss, you're relying on the area of effect damage for the most part. And so you really want the Zerg to have to condense to a small area where you can really pound them with all your spells. But Whirlwind's a pretty open map. It's not so easy to really use that.
We'll have to see how these players end up playing the map. Of course, we see a probe in the bottom left here being a little sneaky. Let's see here. What is he up to?
I think he's just trying to be ready to ninja his way into some. I think he wants to come back. Oh wait, no, he's
proxying after getting 2 bases here.
This is gonna be a Stargate.
Double Stargate?
Maybe even just single Stargate. Or there's a third gas. It could be double or it could be single. I mean, it really depends on how he wants to play this. He could just go straight into like one Oracle and harassed, or he could go double Stargate, maybe even try to get Void Race and just kill the actual buildings. Of course, Void Race.
That probe looked like
Looked like he wants to build 2?
Yeah. I might not. We'll see.
It's hard to tell.
Interesting.
Will he do it? He would do it right about now.
Oh, he's selecting it. Yep.
Yep, there we go. Double Stargate. So, is it going to be Oracles? It's not going to be Phoenixes off the bat. If you're going double Stargate, you're going to get something that you can actually kill the buildings and stuff. So, it's either Oracles or Void Rays. I'm not sure which it'll be. I actually don't even know which one would be strong with double Stargate. I mean, Oracle can kill drones
close
better.
To his opponent's third,
He is.
too. It's ridiculous.
This is insanely close. And when will Sniper be able to figure this out?
Sniper thinks he's got it there, right? Because I just looked at his Overlord vision. I mean, he covered that area. The probe was like such a ninja, able to avoid that Overlord. And this is going to be so terrifying. We got Oracles in production here from Seed. He's going to hang on to them for a while. And this could be, I hate to say it, this could be another very quick game if Sniper doesn't predict this somehow.
It definitely could be. I mean, he can even take down the hatchery. He won't actually, what he'll do with the Oracles is he'll just ignore the hatchery. So he'll just kill every single drone, every single queen. I don't know what Sniper still has no idea. I mean, if you look at his vision, he hasn't even poked into his opponent's base, and there's nothing there yet. Usually 7:30 is when you start building preemptive spores if you haven't seen them move out, but he's not even doing that. He's just gonna play. He's going up to 6. No, he's on 4 gases. No gas at his main. I was gonna say he's going 6 gases and teching without even scouting. That'd be pretty crazy. Hitting the Roach Warren.
There's a spore.
Okay, there's one spore.
One spore's not going to be nearly enough, though.
I mean, the Oracles can just focus that down even.
Yep.
And you just micro back to when it's being targeted.
What do you think he's going to go? Like 8? 7?
It'll be probably 5. He'll probably go 4 or 5.
Okay.
If you wait for like 7 or 8, what's going to happen is there's going to be Hydra. Like, even if they haven't scouted it, there's a good chance they'll have been going Hydras or Mutas.
That's a good point.
And then the Hydras or Mutas will be out, and then
You want to hit before that potential timing.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, right now the lair is done. Roaches are being made, but Roaches, they're not very useful against Oracles.
Here come the Oracles straight to the third base of Sniper, and now he's like, oh man, the Spore getting targeted down, trying to take down one
Gotta
Oracle.
run the drones.
That's not going to be enough. The drone's not pulling out of there just yet. Queen going to go down, and goodbye drones. The carnage is going to be spectacular here. The drones melting away in a matter of seconds. We see Roaches hilariously popping out there, but they're not going to be able to do too much. And are they going to avoid the hatchery? They're going to go towards this Queen. One Oracle is not going to fall down to 1 HP, it looks like. And not bad.
There's good news and bad news for Sniper. The bad news is he lost a lot of drones there. The good news is the Oracles are out of energy for now, so they've got to wait a little bit to recharge some more. He's also been able to force more cannons with that Roach move out, you know, because C did see a bunch of Roaches in the base, so he had to get these preemptive cannons to defend. And what that's going to mean is it's going to be harder for C to transition into adding in a more ground-based army. And you know, even though he killed a lot of drones, if he's stuck on 2 bases forever, once Sniper re-drones up his third, he'll have the economic advantage.
All right, looks like Sniper just poking up that natural, seeing 4 cannons there in a couple sentries, not going to want to go any further. But now Void Rays are going to be mixed into this air fleet here from
Void Rays
Seed.
kill spores so effectively with that new ability they have. He's got to pull the drones this time. Another spore moving forward. Uprooting that spore, that means it goes down so fast and the drones are going to run away, but he might lose his hatchery.
It's toast.
Is it toast?
Yes.
I don't know. There's more queens coming. The Oracles are out of energy. They can't help out. Can they?
Voiders are good. And they are going to use the last remaining energy here. Now, there are 4 Hydras in production. I think they might all be at this third base.
There's more coming out. There's
okay,
a crew.
He might be. Oh, he's targeting down the gas.
There's a crew at the natural. The Hydras are starting to come in. 2 to engage Void Ray. A Spore Crawler lands. He can't get the hatchery.
Wow.
He would lose all the Void Rays if he tried.
Yeah.
On creep, those Hydras are too fast.
He's got 2 more in production.
Sniper holds on for the moment.
Right,
trying to go for the Spore. That's a mistake.
He's going to re-engage in the Hydra and target down the Void Ray. Seed doesn't want to throw away this advantage. Losing 2 Void Rays just like that. Units lost still well in his favor, though. 48-3. Income tab is 52-49.
Oh, but meanwhile, the Stargates are under fire. If he can kill the pylon, he's actually just going to go for the Stargates themselves. Well, they're not producing anything, so there's no sense of urgency there.
Oh, well, I think he might even take down the pylon here. Oh, no, going to back away.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it. You can always just come back later as soon as the air moves out.
Yep.
Zongzi, he knows where it is now. He knows the threat's there. Meanwhile, Seed's been transitioning over, adding a lot of warp gates, adding immortals, teching up for the Colossi. Sniper has got to re-drone up his third base, because now I think he should feel pretty comfortable against air threat now. It's very risky to move Void Rays and Oracles onto creep against Hydras, because Hydras on creep are so fast. You can't afford to lose your Air Force if you're Seed right here.
All right, Sniper using a lot of his resources to rebuild that drone count is now up to 60 to his opponent's 49. It looks like Seed has very little intention of taking a third base, considering he has halted pro production, trying to invest everything into this 2-base push. Has 5 Oracles here from earlier in the game, plenty of Void Rays.
I think the Speedling saw that ground army move out. I think it saw the 3 Immortals, the Sentries, and his ult, which means that he's gonna crank out Zerglings and Hydras like a madman, and against
Seed isn't even gonna attack yet, though. That's the thing.
He isn't, but I mean, he's gonna do a 2-base timing.
Yes, absolutely.
Sniper's got to just make pure units from here on out, and even if he does, it's gonna be so hard because look at Seed's army.
I mean, he hasn't even added the Colossi yet, and I think that's something Sniper hasn't necessarily figured out.
He hasn't yet.
Against Colossus, you're gonna want either Spire, like a Viper, like.
If he can set up a good flank, he can make it work.
Yes.
I mean, I think the issue here is just that the army sizes are like, Seed's army is literally twice as big right now. The army value is literally twice as big.
Yeah.
And 2-to-1 odds is very, very tough, even for a great player like Sniper.
All right, Seed extending into that third base. The hatchery already very low on health. Force field's going to be deployed here, but look at this Sniper, able to get a little bit up close and personal, but is it going to matter? Trying to engage from every single location. Colossus doing ridiculous damage from the sky. Of course, we have prismatic alignment from those Void Rays doing a ridiculous amount of damage as well. Seed up 110 to 98 in supply. Sniper desperately trying to churn as many units as he can onto the field. The Stargate units are essentially gone, except for a lone Void Ray. Sniper making something happen, but it's not going to be enough as he warps in more and more Stalkers to reinforce, and Sniper is scrambling to get those units on the field.
I feel that was almost a perfect engagement for Sniper, but I mean, the army was just too big for Seed. He couldn't combat it, trying to get more and more roaches out in the field, but from here on, it's 2-base to 2-base. 3 Immortals, a horde of Stalkers, and 2 Colossi to back them up. This is not a fight that's going to go Sniper's way.
Great timing push here from Seed. Going to go straight into his opponent's natural expansion. Roaches trying to get that DPS down. Seed kiting back a little bit, pulling the Voider back. He's going to go down, but the Colossus, again, doing terrible damage from above. There's the GG from Sniper, and Seed takes down the series 3-1. He gets that spot at the Winter Championship event in Dallas, Texas. You're going to see Seed there, and unfortunately for Sniper, his opportunity is lost.
It is. I mean, that was just a devastating proxy 2 Stargate build. Totally caught him off guard. The one sport couldn't hold it up. I'm curious as to why he didn't pull the drones from the Oracles.
That's something that happened in the first game, too.
It is. And, I mean, it is true that if he pulled the drones and the Oracles decided not to chase him, they had enough energy they could have killed the hatchery. But as a Zerg player, you'd much rather lose 1 hatchery than about 30 drones, because yeah, you're stuck on 2 bases for now, but you just build another hatchery, you get your anti-air up, and then it's instantly resaturated.
You already have the drone count because you don't have to remake any drones. You don't have to spend that larva on the drones. So.
I mean, as it is, you lose the economy if you have no drones to do it anyway. So, it's devastating double Stargate play.
He had an okay engagement at the third base, but like when you're that far behind, even if you have a perfect engagement, that sometimes is not going to be enough. But once again, congratulations to Seed. Let's go ahead and recap what's happened so far, of course, in the Korean ESF region. Of course, we still got some amazing matches coming your way every single day live at 5 p.m. Eastern. We also have a Sunday match this week. Nestea getting taken out by Creator MVP. Demolishing Curious. Seed with a 3-1 over Sniper. Probably the premier game from this match was game number 2. If you missed it, it will be on YouTube very soon after the stream is over. Of course, youtube.com/officialmlgsc2 is your source for any and every match from the winter season showdowns, all in 1080p HD. Of course, Marine King versus Gumiho will be tomorrow. And of course, Jokji Dongregyu the next day, and I think MC versus Alive will be our Sunday match this week. So plenty of awesome StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm content coming your way. Against, again, the winner of each of these best of 5s gets a spot at the championship event in Dallas, Texas on March 15th. Seed qualifying from today. Next on the stream, we have Rules of Engagement.
That's right. It's going to be analyzing the MVP versus Curious series. There was a couple really interesting parts of that series. It was a fairly one-sided series, but those are often the best ones to analyze. See, you know, what made one player so dominant over the other in that particular set of games.
All right, guys, that's what's coming up next, so no reason to change the dial on your screen. Rules of Engagement coming up next with axslav, of course. Congratulations once again to Seed for taking out Sniper 3-1. We'll see you in Rules of Engagement.